What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the GinTV podcast. As always, your boy Eazy.
It's your boy Manu.
And A1DasauceGod.
Today, we got a very special guest in the building today. We got a close friend of mine, your Nelly.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Good, I'm good.
How's it feel? How you feeling? How's everything?
Everything is good. I guess just adjusting to parenthood, right?
Word. Yo, you just had a kid.
I had a baby March.
Congrats.
So
Congratulations.
it's kind of like I'm a new parent. I got in a relationship pretty fast, so we're still adjusting to that, right? So everything's good though. I'm blessed.
That's what's up. Having kids is always a blessing.
Right.
But let's get straight to it, right? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Y'all want to talk about it?
Mhm.
Let's
Yes.
talk about it.
So, this past week, I just had posted something on social media. I don't even know what made me think of it, but I was like, yo, why are so many women into drug dealers? And so I posted out there, I put out there, I got some feedback, but I figured, let's really talk about this, on the cast.
Right.
And it's like, I figured, and I was like, yo, we got to have a female guest
Okay.
to really give us perspective, right? Because we could think about why women want to date drug dealers all we want, but we really don't know.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So just start off, have you ever dated a drug dealer?
I did, but I didn't go into it. Maybe like most females do. You get what I'm saying? I already knew him.
Okay.
So one day I was just like, oh, we exchanged numbers, and I found out when we were just chilling that he was, a drug dealer.
Yo,
And
I
it
actually,
was-
not to cut you off,
It's
but
fine.
I want to get into like what kind of drugs was he selling?
Word.
What kind
Coke.
of drugs?
Bro, what do you
Coke? Yo, did you ever see the lines?
No,
lines?
but I was
That's
there.
that's the users, bro.
Yeah, but I was.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
But I was definitely there while he bagged up, and
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. But I didn't go into it like. Once he told me, I was like, okay, I didn't know that we were ever gonna get into a relationship. But once I got into that lifestyle, I'm kind of just like, I know, like you guys probably see the females that are getting lavish shit.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't that type of dude. He's not tricking
So
on.
he was a cheap drug dealer.
Right. He was
Okay.
sitting on his money.
Just kind of smart.
Okay.
Right.
That's
He
what
was
was
sitting
really
on his
smart.
money. Like whatever dates we went on, a 9 to 5 could have took me on that date.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
understand
okay.
what I'm saying?
Was it even worth it? Like I feel like if you're gonna date a drug dealer, you want to get treated like to the best of best
But
things.
like I said, I'm not like the other females. I wasn't going into it like, oh, word.
But how did you feel initially, like finding out he was a drug dealer? Like when you found out, however you found out, like what was the initial impression?
Like, all right, that's
That's it.
right. Because I
Okay.
didn't know that we were gonna even,
Go
get into a
into-
relationship.
yeah.
And once we got in, I'm kind of like, okay. I think I was a little stupid because one thing I don't feel like people understand when you're involved with that, especially like he's not selling weed. It's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
He's making big money. I seen the money he was making, and you put yourself in this environment that you have no business putting yourself in. You
Yo,
understand?
did you
Right.
like? So when you first found out, like, did you get like kind of like a rush? Like, oh shit, like I'm dating like he's that nigga. now. Like I'm that bitch. He's that nigga. Like
No.
we lit.
All right, so no, I didn't feel like I was that bitch because that's not my money.
Right.
You understand? Like when he was driving the Beamer or we were in a Corvette, I'm like, this shit don't do it for me. It's not mine. I can't stunt on his car. You know, like
Right.
Yeah,
I can't.
honestly,
a lot
No.
of women do it.
It's
Yo,
corny to me.
if I was dating a girl that's a drug dealer, I would already know that like I'm about to get the finest and best. We're about to
You
go
think
out to
she's
steak
breaking you
every
off some?
night.
I don't know. It's
No.
weird, wild because like you hear like, oh, we see the other side where like niggas are selling drugs,
Mhm.
fucking blowing money left and right, popping bottles in the clubs, buying their
Right.
bitches like
no.
fucking Chanel bags and shit. Like we don't really
Birkins.
see the
No.
smart drug dealer who's stacking his money just in
no,
case.
he didn't even have a house. He bought a condo. You know what I'm saying? So he was
Yeah.
he was lay low. Like, all right, yeah, I'll get my 2 little toys. I'll get my bike. That's it. And that was his mentality. Like, yo, you should always look broke. And it's usually the ones with that money that have to kind of lay low. They don't want to be they don't feel the need to put that ice when you have money to
Yeah.
you don't
That's
have to
how you last,
advertise
too.
yourself.
Yeah, that's how you last in the game.
right.
Have you ever asked him like why wasn't he lavish with his money, or why didn't he just like spend money frivolously?
Well, that was his thing. I'm not trying to look hot,
Okay.
Yeah.
And
makes
he
sense.
goes, there's no need for me. Like, I just want to get my money, sit on it. He wouldn't even go on vacations.
You don't
Right.
want DEA on your ass, man.
Yeah,
but
no.
I
And he
mean,
had too many scares. So
To
it's
to
kinda-
risk yourself to be in a drug game or like risk yourself, I feel like I would have to enjoy it some way somehow, just in case if I
like
get
you
caught. Like
Mhm.
you put yourself in danger
Right.
and really got no. Like, I guess you really did that shit out of love.
But now I'm not even talking about her. I'm talking about
Right.
him specifically. Like
you-
he's selling drugs and is living a 9-to-5 lifestyle. Like, why not just get a 9-to-5 so you don't have to fucking
Yeah,
look
because
over
he
your
probably
shoulder?
has an end goal.
That's his retirement plan.
Right.
That's his
Right, I'm
that's
sure-
his 401k.
That's his 401k.
Yeah.
I mean, true. I never thought about it like that.
Mhm.
But all right, so you handle dating a drug dealer much different than I think most women do. Because I feel like when women date drug dealers, like actually, do you feel like women seek out dealers, or is it like are they just it just happens by coincidence, like it happened with
They're
you?
tricking y'all into a
That's a good
situation.
question. I think some females. All right. First of all, it got to be the type. Are you talking about? Are you a type of female that likes to go to the clubs? I feel like if you are, you can spot the one that has money.
So the bitches that like clubbing are into drug dealers.
That's
are, we
not-
are we putting that on record?
That is not what I'm saying.
Y'all
guys.
heard it. Y'all heard
No.
it. If your girl's at a club right now,
She loves
you know what
drug
the fuck
dealers,
she's
nigga. You
doing.
ain't
No,
it,
but
nigga.
you know what? You know who's who. People
Okay.
talk. You know, if you're in the club, let's say the girls that are popular. Oh, I know that girl dated that guy. He got money.
Okay.
You know, if you go in that in it like that, I feel like you're seeking the drug dealer. Kind of like, oh, hey, he got money, so yeah, I'm gonna give him a shot because I already know his ex lived that lavish lifestyle, and that's what I want. So I feel like some seek and some, hey, it just might fall on your lap like mine did.
I feel like the women that I know, like the ones that do date drug dealers or seek out drug dealers, is because that was their environment growing up. Like
Okay.
their parents are drug, or their father was a drug dealer, their brothers are drug dealers, so they can't be with like a 9-to-5 nigga. Like they have to be with a nigga that is trapping of some sort.
Yo,
Mhm.
but do you think is like for that, is it the money or is it like that fast lifestyle? I feel like, I think this is just my perspective, right? Some women are impressed by danger.
Right.
And when you're with a drug
Nah,
dealer,
real
like
shit.
you're in a
Yeah.
dangerous situation,
Yeah,
right?
they
Like,
want to be in
They
a
like,
fast car.
they like to be in fast
Bro,
cars,
you
on
were-
motorcycles.
like when you work
niggas
in the
that-
office, like you're not worried about the cops
They
coming
want a
through the
boring
door,
nigga.
right? Like, maybe the IRS, but like, that's like there's really no like. I think it's that excitement factor for some women.
Absolutely.
What do you
like,
think?
9-to-5
I don't
niggas
think
boring.
that. I think that's the most dumbest thing. I will hope that females are not in it for that. Like, I don't think that's what it is. I think social media, has a big part. All right. These females are constantly looking at the Bernie Spergels. They're constantly looking at all these females that have rich niggas or the game. Did you see the tweet that the game wrote? I don't
No,
know
I
if you guys
didn't.
seen it.
No.
How he's saying, my girl don't got to pay nothing.
Oh, I
saw
seen
that.
I
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
that.
Okay,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so
we seen
a
that.
lot of girls probably was like, "Oh, I need a man like that." Who could really provide that? A drug dealer, if
Right.
not a rich. You know what I'm saying?
Not my 9-to-5 ass.
Right.
We going half.
Right. So I think it's just that. Like they constantly see these girls on social media vacationing, Chanel bags, Louis bags, and they're like, "Damn, I'm entitled to that too. I'm a bad bitch. I want to live like one." So I think a lot has to do with that. You
I mean,
know?
For you, like, if you weren't getting spoiled, if you felt like there was a risk,
Love.
why
There
stick
you
in
go.
there? Like,
Love, okay?
You stayed with him because you loved him?
Yeah, it was love because I
Okay.
wasn't benefiting. I never asked him for a dime. My car could have got repoed, and I would never even ask him for a penny.
What was it about him that made you fall in love?
You know what? I think not much, to be honest. Let's just be real.
you got low standards.
No.
Doesn't take much
He
to
was
make her
just-
fall
he
in
was
love,
like,
guys.
yo,
Just show,
hey, what's
just
up?
show the fuck up.
I love you.
Shut up.
The nigga had all his limbs and he showered every night. Okay, that was it. He wore deodorant.
He was slightly attractive.
Bro,
and that's it.
listen. Sometimes you just don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what? You're cool. You make me laugh. Sometimes it's this fucking smallest thing that could get you stuck on somebody.
Okay.
You know, but no.
No, I get that. I mean, like you fell in love with the person, not the drug dealer.
Right.
I feel like it
Right.
usually happens the other way around. Like,
Absolutely.
women fall in love with the drug dealer, not the
Mhm.
person. And sometimes, like when that dude like changes his lifestyle,
Or
because
get
I've
bagged or
seen that
loses
shit.
money.
Have you?
Yeah.
I never seen
I've
that.
actually seen that, like where like a guy. I mean, he wasn't like no big time dude, right? But he did his little thing, and then he
Okay.
stopped doing it. He's like, yo, he got a job, and his girl like
Lost it?
she just stopped fucking with him. Like,
Right.
she dead ass stopped fucking with him because like, yo, and to me that's where I got like I feel like his life wasn't exciting enough for her anymore. Like, yo, now the dude had to wake up and like, he can't stay up all night. He got to wake up the next morning to go to work
Mhm.
and shit like that. Like I could tell was like bothering her when like I used to hang out with them, and that's like she wanted that lifestyle. Like, yo, because yo, you don't when you're trapping, right? You don't have appointments. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? You don't have like to be
You don't
somewhere.
have to
Like, you don't have
report
to
anywhere. You
like-
can go on vacation whenever you want. You
exactly.
can-
Yeah.
They're
Actually,
always
like when I
around.
had like
Mhm.
asked like a lot of like on my social media, like why do women do it? One of the big reasons I got was that yo, they can go on vacation whenever they want.
Yeah, I wish I
That's
could go on
crazy.
vacation whenever I wanted.
How about you too?
Start dealing.
Honestly,
I've thought about it.
but like I said, I don't know the type of drug dealers you're dealing with, but
Right.
I had a busy one. I had one that was greedy with his money. So he goes,
Okay.
yo, I'm working 7 days out the week and I'm not stopping till it's midnight. He'll be 12 to 12, then pack up, then wake back up. He didn't even have time for vacation. But I get where that life is enticing to a lot of females. A lot of females, first of all, they don't want to work for nothing themselves. So they feel like, listen, if I could
Say that
live
one more time.
under...
Say that one more time.
I
for the
forgot
ones
what I
that
just
missed
said.
it.
This ain't scripted, so I forgot what I said.
They don't want to.
I can remind you.
They don't want to work for nothing
These-
themselves. I think that's
these
what you said.
right. And I know people that have drug dealers and they don't have to pay rent. They're driving nice cars. And that's such a trap. And once you're in that trap, there is no getting out. And this is why if, let's say, this dude leaves her and a 9-to-5 tries to kick it with her, he got to go hard. She goes, I got to
Right.
pay bills with you.
Yeah.
I can't have this lifestyle with you. I'm sorry.
You don't
She
need.
already got that. Her standards are up here now. Now everyone after her got to get up there.
I feel like you don't need a 9-to-5 to not be a girl and not pay bills because my girl doesn't pay rent and I got a 9-to-5. So it's just about structuring your life.
Right.
But there's a video that's circling the internet right now that said that I guess the guy asked the girl like, can she be with somebody that's making, I think it's like $400,000 that works at a bank, or would she be
Oh,
with
I
a
seen
drug
that
dealer?
shit.
And
Well, I
she was
didn't
like,
see
she
it.
could never be with the guy that works at a
That's
bank for
crazy
$400.
right
He
there.
has to be doing something. He
Yo,
has to be.
she
He has
actually
to be
said
scamming
like,
or
yo,
some shit.
like is he scamming off the
Right,
bank? Like
like-
is he robbing the bank? No, they're like, no, he's just a banker that makes $400,000. Oh, she's like, that's boring.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's people that really
That's
think like that.
sad. That's sad. I'm sure she's single. Okay.
But the wild thing is that it's not just her. There's a lot of other women out here that think that as well. That a nigga that works from 9 to 5 that makes a certain amount of money is not the type of person that they
Bum
want to be
bitches,
with.
okay, and little girls. All
That's-
right,
that's
that's
it.
what it is. Those are the females that are talking.
All right,
You're a bum.
all right. You just made a strong.
You
You guys
upset
are
a lot of
bums.
So now
people.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah,
Do you have any female friends, any relatives right now that date drug dealers?
I do.
So
do.
are those people bums in your eye?
No. Okay. So, but they're stuck.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? They are definitely stuck, and that's the problem.
Stuck in a sense of like,
Sense
This
of
is-
you're not dependent. You're not independent.
Independent,
You know,
okay.
you lose that once someone says, "Come to my environment, I'll pay." You don't got to do nothing. But if you have kids, now you're just the nanny, right? There is no. I wouldn't feel powerful as a woman. I can't have a lot of niggas throw that power in the girl's face. I'm pretty sure in every argument. That's why you don't got to pay bills.
hell-
You just got to sit
Oh, yeah.
there.
Oh, if I'm paying
I
100% of the
know.
you better
bills,
not back talk to me ever.
Exactly. Right.
Ever.
And you give this man 100% of the power.
Right.
That's where the problem is. And I know a lot of you guys probably wonder, like, damn, you get cheated on left and right, but you don't leave. You think a female's gonna leave a man that's paying everything?
I mean, but if he's paying everything, she don't have to worry about anything. What is there to complain about?
Yo, to answer her question, the
Excuse
answer is
what?
no. She will not leave.
Like, but what
Yeah,
is there to
she
complain
won't.
about? Like, I don't think that you
Just-
have any right to complain about anything. To be honest, like you're living a free life.
You know what? But that doesn't make you a man just because you could financially take care of somebody. You
I'm
understand
not
what
saying
I'm
it doesn't
saying?
make you a man, but in a house,
So there is complaining.
You're saying that, right? But a lot of women consider that, because
Right.
I've heard this shit plenty of times, right? Like, you're not a real man
absolutely.
if you can't pay 100% of
These are
the bills.
That's
Absolutely.
that. And
Ooh, that's
I
bullshit.
hate, and that's bullshit. And
But that's
I hate
a
that.
lot of women think like that.
I know.
A lot.
Right.
Or
And it's
provide
because-
in some sense. Sorry.
Right. And it's because of that. Like
Right.
they feel I'm a bad bitch and I want someone to take care of me. And listen, the way every man and women too gotta think about it. Like if your man falls, who's gonna pick him up if you ain't paying a bill? If you
Ooh,
don't
that's
know
a
no
good way to-
responsibility,
good way
or
to look.
you're sitting here, you don't even work, right? Because your man said you could sit on your ass and just play nanny. Your man gets locked up or something. Who's taking care of your kids? Because you broke, bitch. What happens
Then
now?
you ain't got no
Right.
skills to really make
And
something out of
right,
yourself.
right.
whole
You
thing
got
is-
no
yeah.
resume. You left your job because your man said you could sit down. that's a problem.
And a lot of these
I
women
didn't think
won't
about
even.
it.
Right.
that.
And that's why I never sat there and was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go get me a drug dealer," because you're not gonna sell me that, because that's bullshit what these dudes are selling. Like, yo, you got the life. Go ahead. I'll pay this, and then I don't know. It's a trap.
Like a lot of these women won't even be there for the guy. Like if he like emotionally, like let's just say that he's not. She needs this. He needs the financial support.
Mhm.
I feel like that's important, but I feel like the emotional support as well. Like to be there for somebody that is at the top of their game, and then
Mhm.
to get fucked up in some way, get bagged.
Word.
I don't know, somebody like
Restart.
end up having to
Right.
restart their whole thing. Like
Mhm.
a lot of them would just up and leave, and they can't support their man in that sense either.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
Kind of on a side note, we'll get back to this, but I gotta ask you a question.
Mm.
All right, yo, say you were dealing, right?
Mhm.
And you got bagged. You feel me? You're doing like 2 years.
Right.
If your girl fucked somebody while you were in prison, and you found out, would you get back with her when you got out?
How long is she my girl for?
Boy.
She was your girl for a year before you got locked up.
Yo, you were paying for
No,
everything,
I wouldn't- I
taking
wouldn't
care
be-
of her.
What?
I'll just find someone else. I wouldn't be upset.
But she's come to visit you, put money in your books.
Fuck it. She's putting money on my books.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
wouldn't-
Yo, she
Yo,
put
real
your
shit.
own money on your books.
To be honest with you, like if she comes through and like is supporting me while I'm in jail, like I feel like a lot of niggas just want the communication. Like you're
Yeah.
fucking somebody else outside of that, then I'm gonna end things with you, but I'm gonna find somebody else. Like I'm still that nigga when I get out. Like I'm not gonna be, or I still have the mindset.
But how about you?
Yo, first of all, I better be getting some Contragold visits. If it's my money that she's putting into my account, I don't know how I feel about that. But if she-
2 years, yo. She's lonely for 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I could understand, but like I said, if there's Contragold visits, she shouldn't be fucking nobody else. And
Nah, but she
That's gonna be it
She's
for me.
fucking somebody else. What do you
nah, I'm gonna come out because I'm a drug dealer, so I could just go out and get another bitch.
Alright.
Exactly.
do? All right, let me ask you a different question.
Okay.
Say, you're with your man for 2 years, right?
Okay.
He gets locked up for 5.
Okay.
Straight 5. Are you holding him down? I mean, when I say hold him down, I mean like you still visit him doing that shit. But would you date someone outside of that? Or would you wait the 5 years?
No.
Damn. All right, that was
No,
real.
Listen, I feel like
That's
That's
real
real
shit.
shit.
First of
That's
all,
real shit.
celibacy
I
is
respect that.
easy if you're not in that environment. Like, you're not gonna be fucking people slinging their shit around you. You know, so if you're going to your job, you're taking care of the kids, I don't know why you should even be thinking about, cheating on your dude. Especially if let's just say
but he
he took,
locked up 5 years. You getting horny? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? But if he's a good dude, let's just say he's just a drug dealer. That's a good dude, which there's no such thing. But let's just say
I disagree.
No,
with
I
that.
know a
there's
few.
not. No, there's
I know a couple that are good.
that are good and
Yo,
loyal. You a
Good.
damn lie.
No, wait, no.
There-
Loyal, I don't know about that.
Exactly.
But
Loyal
genuine
to the
good
streets,
people.
but-
Exactly. That's my point. But if he was, this magically drug dealer that's loyal, absolutely, I'll hold him down.
5 years?
Yeah, I think celibacy is not as hard as people think. It's a mental game.
I don't think so, yo.
There's a lot of toys out there for these
I don't think
females.
so either.
What?
To be
There's
honest.
a lot of toys out there for these females.
There's a lot to
Oh
it.
my
But that's
God.
not enough.
But 5
honestly.
years?
That
Bro,
toy ain't
I
gonna
done
talk
seen
for
so many girls cheating their dudes for,
for
doing
less.
6 months.
For less.
Wow.
For
6
For being away on a
months.
vacation.
Listen, they weren't in love. You had to be in love to
I'm
do a bit with them like that.
Bro, I remember I used to work with this girl, right? Her man got locked up. No lie, he's doing 6 months, right? I think the first month, like, she fucked another dude. Like, I'm like,
She-
damn,
she
he
waited-
ain't even got his feet wet
She
yet.
waited
Like,
a
he's
decent
just-
amount of time.
Damn.
Honestly, the first month, I'm expecting it like a weekend. Like with 1 to 2 weeks in, I think like she's already fucking mentally for me.
Oh my
thinking that
god.
shit.
You got to prep yourself, right?
I in my heart, I know what the fuck is going on.
I feel like there's females out there that'll wait.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
There's females out there that haven't fucked in like a year. By choice.
By choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You got to find one of them. That's what you gotta get.
You're very optimistic, but
Bro, what world do you fucking live in?
Nah,
What girl do you think today is going out a year without dick? Or
What do you
pussy?
think? What do you think?
I'm telling you, I feel like if you're in love, you will do the bid with your dude.
All right,
Absolutely.
what's the longest you've been celibate for in like the last 10 years?
I want to say probably like 6 months.
She couldn't make the year.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but did you have a
Alright.
boyfriend that was in jail?
No.
Exactly. She was just celibate for no
By
reason.
choice, like he
By
said.
choice.
Exactly.
If your man's in jail,
I'm not buying it.
all right,
to
just
be
I feel
because
like-
you guys are dogs don't mean that
I'm
women
not-
are
I'm not
gonna
a
be.
dog.
What?
I'm
All
not.
right.
I'm not a dog.
this
I'm
guy
just
needs a
saying-
leash, man.
That's funny.
Now my trust is low. I really don't think it's that possible. It's possible for a woman to like hold you down. Like maybe if it's like I said, if it's like 3 to 5 years, and I'm like expecting you to hold me down. But anything under that, I feel like I already know.
I feel like if you're giving a girl some good D and you go to jail, she's gonna be expecting that shit back.
Exactly.
Bro, she's gonna be expecting it back. I'm not doubting that. Like, I'm not saying you're not gonna get it back when you get out.
Nah, she's only gonna want yours too. Like that's the one that makes her come.
We were only
Has
dating
this
for a
nigga
year.
Been outside in the last 8 months.
This guy said we've been together for
Bro,
a year.
these
You can't
women
build
are
a foundation.
Out of control.
They really are though. A lot of them are out of control.
Oh my god.
Especially if they go out on spring break. Whew.
Oh my god.
No, I think like I said, like I was saying before, I feel like within a year's time, you said the scenario was like us dating for a year. I don't think it's possible to build that strong of a foundation for her not to cheat on me within a year. Like, I could show her a great fucking year, but it was a year before that. Like,
charge it to the game. All right, so back to the original. Back to the original subject. So one of the girls that responded to me said something pretty interesting because I never thought about this. Right? Yo, she said she dated a couple drug dealers, right? And she said the difference between her and when she like drug dealers and dating a regular guy is when she's out with those drug dealers, people know not to fuck with her. Like, they know not to fuck with them, right? Because, like, oh, she's tied with this dude. But when she's out with the regular dude, like, she gets harassed. Like, she gets talked to. You know, I've never been out with a female and, like, a guy tried to hit her in front of me, right? Like, but she said, like, because I dived into a little more. She said, like, when she's out with a regular dude, that shit happens to her all the time.
I got the perfect resolution for this. And I'm going to look straight at the camera. Women, you need to date you a big nigga. We don't smell anymore. We're not sloppy anymore. Date a big guy and you will feel secure in a relationship.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. What am I gonna do?
Oh my god.
What's my solution? All right, man.
Yo, you gotta get a gun, bro. That's what you gotta open carry it.
Like, I'm trying to promote for
That's
us big
funny.
guys, man. They got the stigma that we're fucking sloppy and we stink. We don't stink. We're not sloppy.
I never heard that one, but all right.
All right, hold on. All right, take a whiff. Give me a
All right, arms up. No,
But
like,
have you ever like, how was your transition from dating a drug dealer into like a regular guy? Did you ever experience that kind of thing? Like, when you're out with the regular guy, you get disrespected or anything like that?
No, my dude will definitely put hands on somebody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if her man was El Chapo. But,
You're right.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, like,
that's what I was thinking.
Like, I never heard no one be like, "Oh, you date this person? Oh, I can't." No, my dude got a temper, so I know nobody. I never even had that happen. Like, people
I never
really,
heard of it either.
Yeah, like
that's
people really will hit on you while you're with your dude. I never experienced that.
Yo,
but
I guess you gotta be out with a real bitch. Like, dude, I'm saying, like, to give out that like vibe. Like, yo, I'm about to hit on this nigga's girl. And I know he's not gonna do shit about it.
Right.
But I guess, like, this girl, like, she said that shit happens to her, like, often. And it's like why she has trouble dating like 9 to 5 dudes, because, like, when she's out with a drug dealer, she don't get that kind of disrespect.
I
think that's the same for the same reason why, like, I know I joked about it earlier, but why a lot of women don't like dating guys that are shorter than them, because they feel like
That's
no, but
that's
real
a
shit.
valid
Like,
thing.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's like they feel like, how is he gonna protect me? And like I could step all over him, type of thing. And I feel like it's kind of like the same kind. What I'm getting from is like the same situation. Like, this nigga is known in the streets as like that nigga. So
Yo,
Yo,
like,
but that's a woman's logic right
Yeah,
there.
I just-
Because what if he's a short guy and she's just shorter?
I'm gonna just
And then
pause
how does that
I
work?
just want to pause for a second before he just called us bitch ass niggas.
Nah, I ain't no bitch ass
That's
nigga.
what he knows. That's what he
But
said.
that,
That's
I'm
what
talking
he's
about
saying.
it. Nah,
no,
I don't know
that's
about
not what I'm
that.
saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not a female. I said women think. That's what I said.
All right.
Yo,
But-
which women are you talking about, right? I need some
Give
names.
me-
a few.
I'm about to be on some
Damn.
Instagrams tonight.
What have they said about us?
Yeah,
Twitter.
right.
Twitter is not the place for short men.
Yeah, I've seen that on Twitter.
Ooh.
This
Yeah.
makes me realize us women ain't shit.
Dang,
Dang,
it took
you
you this
can't be-
long?
Yo!
Oh.
You can't be wait. You can't be
Yeah.
fat. You can't be short. You can't be
You
damn.
can't work
Can't
a
be
9 to
broke.
5.
Ladies, we
Yeah.
have to chill a little bit because
Exactly.
Y'all want drug dealers?
That would be. I would. That's hard to be a man. Like, y'all can't win.
Yo,
can't
if
be
you make
emotional,
400,000 a
You
year,
can't work a 9 to 5. You can't do nothing.
Yeah. That's
Bro,
crazy.
you just gotta be tall and have abs and be rich.
And be a
And not-
fucking
yeah. Okay.
and
yeah.
not work.
Yeah.
and be a fucking wall. Like, you can't show no emotion. Like, you're
That's-
happy, you a bitch ass nigga.
That's
You
sad.
sad, you
That's
a bitch
sad.
ass nigga.
All right, so we talked about the drug dealing thing. So to wrap that up, right? I want to ask y'all something else.
Mhm.
Do y'all think hardworking men are appreciated as they should be?
No.
Because we obviously, I feel like drug dealers are appreciated. Like, they get that respect, they get the love, from like almost, it seems like everybody but the police, right?
Mm.
So, but do hardworking men get the love they deserve?
I don't
No.
think so.
Honestly, I don't think men in general get the love that we deserve.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so because
Not every man deserves love though.
I mean, I feel like everybody deserves love on this planet.
You're just
but
pissing me off.
All right, let's not go there. Let's not go
I feel
Next episode is gonna be one cast member.
Oh my god.
what do you think, Bruno?
I think there's a thought, right? There's a theory that women love
Love,
hardworking
yeah,
men.
absolutely.
But in my experience, though, like me, I be putting in hours. You feel me? Like
For
I
real.
got goals that I need to reach by a certain time,
Mm.
and the pushback that I've gotten, like from women I've dealt, and even my current girl, is
There's
like, yo,
not
you don't
enough
got time.
Yeah, you're not making enough time.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you don't got time for us. It's
Yep.
like, but I know I don't got time, but it's not like I'm out here bullshitting. You feel me? I'm out here working to do something, but like you just get that pushback all the time. And it's like, yo, that shit is so draining because you're already tired from work, right? You're already
Absolutely.
fighting that battle at work. Then you
You
go
gotta
home.
come
it's like,
home and deal
fuck,
with that
I gotta deal
all
with
over
her
again.
fucking mouth
Yeah.
about me working too much.
Right.
But at the same time, like, yo, she also wants like, oh, can we go on this trip? Can I get this shit? But it's like,
Mhm.
this shit ain't free.
These lights are on. These bills are paid. You
Mhm.
gotta
I think
go
that's
warm home.
there has to be a balance, you know, like my man works, he does his 3 days 7 to 7.
Okay, 12 hours.
He's exhausted. You get what I'm saying? And I do feel bad because I feel like he knows the relationship I had, right? And I think sometimes he's like, it hits his ego a little bit because he goes, damn, I have to prioritize my money sometimes. And I know
Mhm.
you came from a whole different world where he had disposable money.
Okay.
You know, but I tell him all the time, I said, there's nothing like a hardworking man, you know? So are you guys appreciated the way you should be? Absolutely not. And it's sad, you know, because I think there's power in those men that wake up and they work. Like, y'all know priority. These niggas that got money that is disposable, they could just throw it. They know nothing about what it is to really prioritize something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that I have my man that works, I feel for him because I know sometimes he thinks he compares himself, you know,
Right.
without me knowing. But I don't know.
Especially like the bar was set high for him coming into the relationship. So it's like,
So he
you know,
thinks I didn't walk in it like
That's
that.
it. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Sometimes
know?
we as men, we make up like these invisible like issues that aren't really there. And it's just
Mhm.
like, you think that's the case? Like, does it come up often?
No, he mentioned it once. He goes, damn, babe, like I kind of fell away, you
Okay.
know? And I'm like, Diamond, I left and I'm happy I left. I would rather go 50-50 with you all day, you know, because that's life. You know, I feel like a lot of women are just out of touch with fucking reality.
right.
And that's
absolutely.
what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love the life that we have because I think I'm appreciated more when we become successful. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'd rather two hustlers in the crib going 50-50 and just busting our ass and then getting to where we want in life. That's rewarding.
Right.
So I tell them all the time, like, yo, don't ever compare yourself to that. That's not the life I want. I'm here and I enjoy it here.
Yo, do you think you're a rare female? I feel like
I
I
think so.
don't hear this.
She's
anymore.
rare.
I was
I'm
thinking the same thing
I'm
as
not
she's
trying to
talking.
brag.
She just said 50-50. Like,
I'm not trying to
that's
brag.
rare right there.
We need to interview her boyfriend and see if this shit is
Word.
actually
Like, is this shit
Yeah.
true? Like, yo, call him up, man.
Yeah. I see,
We
yo,
need the
he
receipts.
he will. I tell him when I walked into the relationship, right? He's like, you don't got to pay for nothing, and I'm like, all right, that's not what we're not gonna do that. If
So
I
you turn that down.
I did because I'm like, listen, if I'm wasting your light and your water, and I'm walking into once again his environment, so he had the power to be like, if I'm acting up, yo, you could get the fuck out, pack up, and
That
get
is
the fuck
it.
out.
Like, you could
Right.
always.
Right. So I'm like, nah. I'm gonna go
Contribute,
50 on
right.
this. I'm gonna go 50 on this and let you even think that you could kick me out. Like, I pay bills here too.
Right.
You know, so I didn't give him too much of the power.
No, like
So-
I could agree
Wow.
with Bruno. Like I feel, or Ease. I feel like, you know, for the most part, for me personally, I feel that there's like some pushback when you do work a lot of hours. Like you guys know, like I work a lot, like fucking 2 days,
Yeah.
3 days straight, and then like my time is limited. Like I mainly have time on the weekends and shooting a podcast, so it only leaves but so much time, and like I have to have a social life, and I also have a girlfriend that I have to share that time with as well. So it's like sometimes I do get that kickback of like, well, you're not making enough time for me, or you hanging with your friends when you have free time. And it's like, well, you understand, like I have goals that I want to achieve, and I do work a lot, but yet, and once you understand it in this token where we're not arguing, but then when we do have a disagreement, you don't.
There's also another sense of a guy that works a 9 to 5 where he doesn't have that much time for his girl.
Right.
Because then when he does have time for his girl, you got to make sure that you're sharing that time wisely and you're sharing it like it has to be worth what you're doing. Like you guys.
What do you mean?
You got to make it special. You know, you can't just like
stay at home.
Nah, you got to make sure like, yo, you give her some attention. You take her out to eat. You know what I mean? For that small amount of time. And that time becomes a lot more productive and special because it's limited. Whereas if you got unlimited amount of time, like if you're dealing with a drug dealer, it's, you know, you're always with somebody. It's you ever feel like, yo, this person's starting to get on my nerves? Like he's always over there. He's always over there, like asking me to do something.
I need a busier man.
I feel like
I was up my ass. Like
I feel like when people are around each other too much.
Oh yeah, Diamond. Oh my God, I think people have this misconception like we're the perfect couple. I fight with this man every other day. We go head to head, but I love him. So no, and you know what? I think in a relationship you gotta know, yo, I need space. You know, that's why he's like, babe, go ahead, go do whatever you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. I'll be like, all right, what, you want to play your game? You want to play that 2K or Madden? Whatever. I'll be over here with the baby. Or right now he's in the Bronx chilling with his boys.
Okay.
Go ahead. Space is so important because y'all don't want to be driving one another crazy.
Sorry for interruption. We're back. We had a little technical difficulty, but let's get back into it. You said you had a question. You want to get back into another subject?
Yeah. So you had asked like, how was the transition?
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't a huge transition going from a drug dealer to a man that works 9 to 5. Like I said, I don't think people understand. I think they assume that it's cool to be with a drug dealer, but the shit that comes with it, drug dealers are the biggest cheaters. And
Really?
let me tell you that
you don't think it's men in general, or do you think?
Yes, but even more so drug dealers. And let me say the way that they could maneuver themselves, it's crazy. Okay, because it's not like a 9 to 5. You're like, it's 8:00. You were supposed to get out at 8. You know, you understand? Like I know
I'm stuck in traffic.
Yes. A drug dealer. Let me tell you the little lies that I would get. I'll call. Mind you, his car was tinted. Okay.
Okay.
Babe, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you back. There's a cop behind me. What the fuck? But your car's tinted. What the cop can't see that you're even on the phone. And I never heard someone get pulled over because they're on the phone.
That happens.
No. That's bullshit. Okay, so I'm like,
guy sounds like a good guy to me. I don't know, man. I don't know.
So I'm like, okay. So I would hang up. Obviously, your other one is calling, and you're hanging up with me. Copy. Then I would know his sleep schedule. Right? He's bagging up till like 1, 2. He's not going to bed till 4. Bro, I know your sleep schedule.
Okay.
When I wasn't with him, babe, I'm taking melatonin. I'm about to go to bed. Bro, I know your sleep schedule. You're lying. Someone is coming over, and you're about to fuck. Stop lying. That's how I'm telling you. And these men will manipulate their way out or be like, oh, here you go. You want me to get caught? You know, they'll really fuck with your head. And you're like, yo, like, you're doing too much. I got mad shit to back up. It's a mess in here. That's why, like, you're bugging out.
I'm liking the lies.
Did you ever catch him cheating?
That's what I was about to ask her.
Hello. Why you think I'm with Diamond? Yeah. Listen, so I'm going to tell you a quick story. And once again, drug dealers are messy and they think they could just, finesse. Okay. So he was
they're finessing the system. So I could
yes,
imagine why they could finesse a woman. That's
right. So,
easier.
I'm more of a person like, even though if I feel something, I do need solid proof. Okay. And like I said, he was good at what he did. He's like, oh, I'm bagging up. So I was like, all right, let me just fall back. All right. Cause I'm tired of us arguing. So one day he's like, yeah, I rented a place. I rented my condo to this old guy. I said, every time I'm with him, he never talks about this old guy and the rent. Usually when you got a business, you're like, this nigga's late. Or, oh, he never had like rent
maybe
receipts.
He had a good tenant.
No.
The guy was on time every morning.
I think I know what happened.
Yeah.
I think I know what happened.
The bitch moved in there.
So I never seen things and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm too smart. He never talked about it. One day he went to Staples like, oh, I gotta get some rent receipts. Never bought it. We walked out without it. I said, I'm gonna catch him. So one day I just woke up. I think it was Jesus himself.
Wait, what did you do a statement? just took a lap?
Yeah. And we walked out. I was like, yo, he just snitched on
This
himself
guy was
right
really
there.
frugal. Like he would not spend. I don't even fucking need these receipts. I'm not spending my money on this shit.
Exactly.
Could have returned them later, though.
Oh, that's
Right.
crazy.
So he snitched on himself right there. So I'm like, literally one day, it was guy like, all right, it's time for you to know what's up. I passed by the condo he was renting. I seen a whole Nike box. I said, there is no way a white old man is wearing Nike. I'm sorry.
That's
I don't care what you say.
And we don't do that on this
I don't
show,
care
okay?
what you
Yo, they wear New Balance.
Everybody wears
They-
Nike.
We give guys the benefit of the doubt.
They
up
have the
here.
NBs on. You Balance?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, you ever seen that? Yo, you ever seen them old ass like when old dudes wear them like them Nike sneakers you buy like at Walmart? It's like all white with the blue
Nah,
check.
exactly,
You know what I'm
with
talking
the
about? They
blue
wear
check.
them.
No. So I'm looking and I
chunky
was
shits.
like, okay, somebody lives here. And mind you, he
Did
brought
you
me.
knock?
Listen, so he brought me here before when it was empty and whatever. So I kind of like got cool. Like I knew the next door neighbor. I knock on that girl's door and I'm like, hey,
The neighbor.
yes. I said, who lives next door? And she looks at me and she goes, I said, girl, stop playing with me. Who lives next door? And she goes,
I'll close the door on you.
she
can't even fucking
and
trust your
she
neighbors
hit the
these days.
name. She hit the name and then she goes, and somebody else. I said, bet. And that's how I was acting like a psychopath for like a good year, you know?
Oh, so you stayed after that.
It's not. So he was definitely trying to,
Finagle it.
yeah, you know.
How
But
do
you caught him though.
But it worked.
I did.
He tried to finagle it, but
Yo,
it did work.
He did
for you.
work,
All right,
right?
this is like why do women do this shit, right?
Because
Like
we're
yo,
dumb.
you went through all that hard work, right? You went through that detective work, like you
Mhm.
caught him just to make yourself miserable and stay.
But that's the thing. I didn't stay, right? We broke it off, but he was still trying to come around and take me places, and you know, and I'm
And
just
did you
kind of.
go?
I did go, right? Because he was like, yo, we could be friends. Like, yo, I really miss you. And I'm like, yo, this is, you know, so yes, I was dumb for like a good moment, you know, and I was just,
Okay.
I was raising hell. We were crazy.
But isn't that stressful on you?
Of
Like, why not
course.
just say
Of
like,
course
okay,
it
I'm
is.
not talking anymore. You don't got to take me no places. We're not gonna fuck. Like, just cut
Bro,
things.
you guys
dry.
say that, right? But women and men are two different creatures.
Okay,
You know what I'm
explain that.
saying? Like Diamond always says the same thing. He goes, "Oh, y'all girls are just stupid. Like somebody hurts me, I'm gone." And I'm like, Diamond, but when you're in
Bro,
love and you're invested, you know,
Yeah.
you can't.
you
Love is
could.
not. No, it's not. Love is not a light switch, and
But
you
the
guys
thing
think
is-
it is.
Oh, so listen to the story you just told me.
I
And
know.
listen to this.
I caught a
You
bitch.
I
living-
caught this nigga cheating.
No, bro. He wasn't cheating. He had a family.
Exactly. He done moved another bitch into his crib, and
Like
he
you
was
didn't
living
even
with
get
her.
the pass in.
Right. But listen, but the thing too, once again, that drug dealers choose their women wisely. All right. A drug dealer is not going to pick me per se, right?
But he did.
Because not to live with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Not where there's drug and money. Why? Because I'm a wild card. If I found out what I told this girl that's living with you, I'm raising all hell. We're fighting in
Like,
that
what you gonna
crib.
do? Like flush the shit in the toilet?
No, I'm just saying there's gonna be. I'm
it's gonna be like
argumentative.
you don't want a domestic like where in a
You
trap
don't.
house.
You don't want cops going to that crib. You don't want. You know, I was the
That's
I was the wild card. So they're gonna pick
I've been
the
picking
one.
the wrong ones my whole life.
Yeah.
Except my new one.
Yeah.
You know, so they're very
Like I've picked some crazy ones that like love swinging.
right. So you have to think these men are very strategic.
Okay.
They have a lot to lose. They're not trying to get locked up for God knows how long, especially with coke in the crib, because your Nelly found out what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I think he knew, like, all right, this girl is more calm. I could calm this bitch down. She's not going to leave me or she's not going to fight. You understand?
Yeah.
The one in the house was that girl. She was the one that will push everything under the rug and just stay.
Do you think she would have took the charge for him?
Oh, yeah, she's dumb enough for that. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you actually ever meet her?
I did. When I found, I actually
Did you knock on the door that day you found out, or you just left?
No. I had calls, and
Okay.
he ended up changing his number when I confronted him about it.
Right.
So one day we had hung out, and I seen her name on something. I Googled the girl. All right,
Google?
I Googled,
she's
and
an
her
investigator.
listen, her name popped up, and a list of addresses popped up. I went to every address until I found her grandma.
So do you know? So let's just say, bro,
I gotta go.
flip the fucking script. If this was a guy that did this, he would be called a fucking stalker,
Bro,
Yes.
Let's call me whatever
I
you
would
want.
give up after the first address.
But I'm just saying,
Like,
like,
she not worth all this shit, man. Gas is cheap. Not it's cheap.
Listen,
whatever.
That's
I
what I'm
was
telling you,
I was mad.
the game is different for females and men, man. They're able to get away with a lot more than guys are fucking able to get away with.
Yo, how many addresses did you go to?
I probably went to just 2, right? There was
Okay.
2. I got lucky.
That's
I
one too
ended up.
many.
But you were willing to go to like 20.
I
You were
was
ready.
so angry.
She took the day off.
Listen, I called out sick. Okay, I said
She had an evening plan, man.
Mapped it out. Google Maps it before she got there.
Like,
Like,
I'm gonna go to these 2 first.
Yo, she
There's
found an
something-
efficient route.
Did you bring a friend?
No, I'm bold.
Yo, they
I'm
always bring a
bold.
friend.
No. Weak ass bitches do.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
I do shit on my own. I'm not team tagging nobody. I'm going
Okay.
solo to do my filthy shit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
So I knocked on the door. It was an old lady. I said, right there, I knew I
Who the
was crazy.
fuck are you? You bitch.
Right there, I knew.
Because she was prepared to swing on that old lady until she saw it was a fucking old lady.
Where are you at?
Is he back there?
That's when I knew I was crazy. I'm like, bro, what are you
Are
doing?
you her mother?
But I knocked. Some cute little old lady comes out, and I'm like, hey, I dropped the name. And she goes, oh, yeah, that's my granddaughter. I said, bet. I said, oh, my God, I'm a good friend of hers. She goes, oh, come in. I
Yo, this just gets crazier.
Not
by the
Grams.
fucking minute.
Not Graham stitching out.
It's
Listen,
crazy. She probably in there having fucking tea with her grandma. The bitch walk in like, what the
What
fuck?
the fuck are you?
and I want to say, guys, because y'all probably like, why the hell? But it's because when I tried calling, because on Google it drops numbers too.
I didn't even know this. You could get this on Google first of all.
Stalker
You got the-
101,
you got
guys.
The special Google. Is this Google Chrome?
Take notes.
Yo, I can't. So when I got the number and told her, she hung up on me. That's what got me mad. Like I'm trying.
That's what got you mad? The hanging up. This is it, guys.
But you met Grams, though.
it dropped. It put the cherry on the cake. I'm like, wait a second. Wouldn't a regular woman be like, wait a second, what? The fact that she hung up when I said my name and who I
She
was,
already knew who you were.
I felt right. So that's where I was like, okay, all bets are off. So I had pretended I was her friend. She goes, oh, should I call her? I said, yes, call her and tell her that I am here. Absolutely. So she goes. So this is the extent that I went because one, it's
You
sad.
and my girl would get along very well.
Listen, I just feel like if women do what I did, I don't feel like they're a stalker or crazy. I feel like one, don't be playing with people.
If a guy did what you did, would he be stalker? Would he be crazy?
No, I was like, yo, you have every right if I'm lying to you for that long. Like,
Okay.
bro, you could have just kept it real. Like, if you felt like you trusted her more or you loved her more, you could have just cut me off. We could have been, and I think this is why, like, I don't feel bad for men that cheat
Mhm.
and they got their freaking cars getting popped because you guys are messy. You know, like, just tell people what it is instead of wasting their time. So that's why I say this story loud and proud.
Yo,
I
guys,
actually wanna hear the end
guys
of this
cheat
story,
until we
though.
get caught.
Oh yeah, no,
I actually want to hear the end of
How
it.
did this
Like,
end?
So she called the girl, and what happened?
Yes. So she kind of just told her, like, okay, that is not my friend.
You're in the house. You're in the house.
I'm in the house, and
Where
I'm like,
grandma?
you know, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna leave. You know, I
Respectfully.
had respectfully leave, and I'm like, thank you so much for inviting me.
Right.
You know, but
I'll be
I
back.
I just had to prove my point. Like, you're not about to hang up on me, you know. So I would just always go back and, you know,
To the house?
yes, to the house because
With the
he
grandma?
wasn't. No. The house that they were
condo.
living in.
Oh, okay.
Because I
Like,
needed some closure. I needed to know, like, yo,
The
what?
closure was the fact that the Nike box and the
know.
neighbor.
I know, but sometimes
No,
you need
the
someone to
closure
talk.
was the girl living in the house.
That's
Bro,
what I'm saying.
do you
No.
guys don't want explanations to why people do what they do to you?
No, you did
Yo,
it, and that's
what?
it.
One time,
I wish I was. I don't know.
One time, I broke up with this girl. Right? This is like in high school. I was dating this girl. Some other person came up to me like, "Yo, your girl cheating on you." I ain't even question the shit. I went up to my girl like, "Yo, it's done." She's like, what happened? Like, I
What?
fucking know what you did, bitch. And that was it. Like,
Damn,
that was it.
Listen,
Yo,
I
cried. I went
admire
home,
that.
cry like a man in the dark.
You see, but I
Listen to
admire
Trey
that.
songs.
I admire that.
I've done something similar to that, but like me and my ex-girlfriend had gotten into an argument, and like I think I had called her, texted her throughout the day, didn't hear nothing from her. So I'm like, the fuck is going on? So I like drove by her house, the light was on, and like I'm thinking like realistically, I'm thinking like she's in the fucking hospital. Like, something happened to her. Something's not right. So I'm like driving by, like one day goes by, hear nothing from her. 2 days goes by, I'm like, all right, this is getting a little bit out of control. So like I waited for her mom to like leave, and I went and like knocked on the door, and then like nobody like came to the door. So I'm like, all right,
son up,
fuck it. Like honestly, at that point
in
in my
went
mind,
through the door.
No.
Oh.
I left. Like in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be like one of these niggas that's fucking sitting outside your crib. Like, first of all, when I sat outside the crib, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I here right now? But like, we ended on like we didn't end a relationship. We didn't say like we were done or none of that. It was just like
y'all never talked again.
No, I'm just saying like during the argument, we never. There was no we're over or none of that.
It was known.
Yeah, but then like she ended up hitting me up like maybe like the day after, a couple days later, and was like, yeah, I didn't like the way you talked to me. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking somebody else. Like, and it never left my mind. Like ever since then, I ended up having to like end the relationship.
I think
with her.
the reason I'll speak for myself, but I do think I'm speaking for most men. We don't want to let y'all know that y'all hurt us. It's like, yo, it's like, damn, like it's already bad that I'm hurt, but like to
That's
give her the
amazing.
satisfaction to know like she got
She's
you like
the
this.
one.
Like, yo, I'm gonna brush you off like you was nothing to me.
Exactly.
I mean, yo, is like, am I dead on the inside? Yeah.
But yo,
maybe for like a day.
Going back to your story, I want to know, how did it end that night? Because did he know that you went to the grandma's house and you guys were talking?
She had told him. You know, she definitely told him, and then we would argue. You know what I'm saying? But as crazy as I've been, you know, or I was, she would always be like, yeah, but you keep hanging out with her. Like, I'm so confused. Like, she freaking breaking stuff. She's fighting you, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what it was making me angry. Like, dude, I'm trying to heal and you keep crawling back, you know? And I keep picking. Right. Yes. So it was, I'm not, right. It takes two
this is like
to
the
mingle.
Definition of toxic.
Yes, it was very toxic. And I finally was just like, you know, sometimes you gotta. Yeah. You know, you know what?
Just want to make sure.
I mean, I gathered that after she said a year.
Yeah, right. You know, and it's
just wanted to put it out there.
And it was
toxic. A friendly date.
They gotta play Connect the World.
We played Connect for like a year. Like, I just couldn't get him. I just had to beat him that one time.
No, but it was extremely toxic, and I knew like I had to just. You have to just detox from people, but I had to get my closure. I had to just get all my crazy out. We fought for a very long time until I was like, you know what? This dude is trash. Let her have him.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's not, you know what? I was trying to convince myself, like, why are you hurt? Because it's not, it would have hurt me more if he moved someone in and was loyal to her. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? The next door neighbor was telling me, like, girl, you is not the only one. She's not the only one. There's people when she's at work, he's springing in the crib. I said, oh, this dude is Hugh Hefner for real, for real.
Guys, you know what you gotta do? Like, you have to fucking scout your neighbors out first.
He's out Derek Jackson.
You're gonna cheat, scout your fucking neighbors out.
Yeah.
Ask your neighbors, like, see what type, knock on the door and see what type of neighbors you got, because he would have never got caught.
Right.
So, first of all,
Messy.
This is honestly one of the most insane stories I've ever heard. This is. Thank you for sharing that. Yo, honestly, you just gave me so much perspective. Yo, I be calling my girl crazy all the time. She not touching you. Like, yo, you were top tier. Like, you got it, shorty. Like, you.
Shut up. But, no, you know what? It is what it is.
Before we wrap this up, I'm gonna ask you: can you give some advice to any? Cause I feel like it's mostly young girls that are like into the drug deals, right? That wanna aspire to be in that lifestyle. Can you give them any advice out there?
Just don't do it. You heard my story. You know, it's not what you think it is. You know, if you want nice things, work for it. You know what's a bad bitch? A bitch that goes to college, that becomes a nurse, that becomes a surgeon, a doctor. That's a bad bitch, not someone that takes money from somebody or allows someone to take their power away. Be independent. There's nothing wrong with a man taking care of you. Just make sure you could take care of yourself first. And I think that's my biggest advice. Like, be independent, and then if someone wants to come in and take care of you, copy. That's fine.
Yo, wise words.
Like
for anyone that wants to get in contact with you, what's your handles and what you winking me for? What?
You
smooth.
So my Instagram, which is t.yanelly, which is YANELLY. I have a YouTube channel as well, and it will have a link there. And in my Instagram, I actually drop tips every week. So you guys could watch that.
Yo, please tune in.
Shut up.
We need more of that.
This is only part
part two,
one.
right? We need part two.
We might need an episode with just the crazy
crazy
stories
stories.
that you got. Like that's just gonna be us listening the whole
Yeah,
time.
right?
The Nelly
Yo.
Chronicles. That's what it'll be.
But thank you for coming in on the GinTV
Yes.
podcast. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all the
It
above.
never
Yo.
really
Tune in.
changed. As much as I think that city is such a hot